wish I could walk in the path of the prophets, the harvest. I wish I could see a smile and feel his holy presence.
Well, now, the one thing I needed to check, Zaid, is that's really you. With the same jacket too. Okay, that's Zaid Isa. And I want to tell you a bit about Zaid Isa. This is his latest album that we're going to talk about now. But all I need you to do right now when I start talking to you is to like and share this video. You can win a number of things. That is some of Zaid's latest albums. And the other thing, the CD that's out, the other thing that you could win is a StarSat decoder. And we'll give you a free installation and a free dish wherever you are. But let me talk to you about why I've got Zaid here. He's flown in all the way from Durban to come see us at the Cape Town office. But he's an artist that is going to make some serious waves. He's off to the UK, and I'll talk to you about that. He's coming onto my show as a guest. We'll give you the details, but for now, Zaid, you are off to the UK, and we're going to be talking about this, and you've got a concert coming, because if you could tell us a bit about that.
Yeah, so I've done the album last year in the UK with well-known artist Saif Adam. And he's written songs for like huge mainstream artists like One Direction, and he was with the same management as Ed Sheeran, who's like a global superstar. So I was very fortunate to work with him and get really close and learn from him and bring that expertise back to South Africa. And we've done this album, and now I'm going back to the UK 1 year later with 1 year of preparation and planning and editing. And we're going to do a PR tour. We're going to do the radio stations, the television stations, blogs, and there's a whole lot of stuff.
So you're going to talk to the public there
basically
about all of that.
We're taking this.
But here's the big thing for viewers. The big thing for me is the fact that we keep talking about doing things the professional way, doing things in a big scale, and doing it the correct way that it's supposed to be done. I want to call on my viewers and my supporters to support Zaid in what he's doing. He's from Durban. He's going all the way to the UK to get the international stamp, and he's coming back. and that's going to happen. You're a biokineticist by actual trade.
Yeah.
You're in the military and all of that. We're going to talk about that on my show. Tell us a bit about the CD. Are our viewers right now getting some of this at the end of this video?
Yeah, sure. I would love for you to go. I actually been waiting. It's taken 1 year to actually get to this point. So I'm waiting to let people hear and see what...
The photo wasn't taken a year ago.
Yeah?
He kind of looks the same there.
Looks the same.
If you look properly, the jacket is now a collector's item. You can't win the jacket at all, just to let you know. And I also put on a fancy jacket today. People call this a Michael Jackson jacket, by the way. I didn't get it from him, I wish I did. I wouldn't be standing and working today, I would have just sold it.
So we've got 8 tracks on the CD.
I'm here, the most beloved, count on him, it's sooner to smile, greatest day. I like that one that says it's sooner to smile. We've forgotten to smile. Yeah, Allah, then we've got his greatness, and Allah will take you there. But we're going to talk about all of that on the show itself. But right now people can get to win this and it StarSat decoder. We just want you to share this video for now. But so just quickly tell us about why did you decide to go to the UK and get sort of kicked off there? I mean, you come back, I know you'll carry the title of an international artist at the same time.
Look, I tried in South Africa for a while. I said, let me try and do it on my own. It's obviously much cheaper. And it got to a point where I realized, you know what, if you want an international standard, you just got to go international. You got to go where the international standard is. It's stamped there. And I worked with someone who has a track record of producing world-class music and world-class songwriting. And Saif Adam himself is a world-class vocalist, and he's also got his new album out. So I went with the belief that you got to go with someone who knows exactly what he's doing, because he's done it already, and that's been my philosophy since then, because it worked out so well, alhamdulillah, that I said, this has to be the philosophy. You got to go with tried and tested, because I did try as a starting off in Durban. I even traveled once to Klerksdorp, where there was a producer there. I traveled to Johannesburg. I traveled.
Klerksdorp? There are people living there.
Yeah, there's about 3.
There's 3 of them. 4 people living there. But in the UK, there's quite a bit of people.
There's quite a
When you
bit.
come back, there's going to be many more people.
Yeah,
That's just the way it works. I think that we have a very interesting way that we think about things and how we consume media today, and that is that when it's got the international stamp on it, we tend to absorb that.
And it's not only about getting the
you know,
stamp, it's
yeah.
about, for me personally, getting the quality. It's not
Correct,
just
yes.
the stamp, it's having the, like if I compare my initial releases, even though like to me they were really international and my heart and soul was in it.
It was about the packaging.
Not only the packaging, I thought, in my opinion, in my world, I thought that was international. But only once I actually worked with people who are doing it on the international stage, traveling the world, touring.
No, that's the packaging I'm talking about. International is packaged a certain way. I don't think I'm talking about the package here. I think the way that it's put across.
No, but the way they do
Mm.
things, I think, like now when I look back at my previous work, I feel like I've taken it all off YouTube. Like I feel it's not good enough.
No, but we all go through that, and that's the funny thing, and that's a journey that you need to travel with Zaid. We go through that process where, if I look back today at some of the programs I did, I ask myself, what was I thinking at the time? It was the right thing at the time.
At that time, that's
how you move.
the development sort of
Correct.
step, you know.
And I love the idea that if you look at this now, you can see the standard is there. You need to give us that look at the end of the video. We started with that look, so he's going to give us that look at the end of the video.
You're gonna cut off.
Yes, but before you do a bit of the looks, I think some of the audience is probably wondering, what does he sound like? What do you sound like?
Sound like this? If you want to hear me, you're gonna buy the CD.
So for you guys, what you can do is record this piece. He's going to give us a line.
Okay, so we're gonna sing.
Tell me what you're gonna give us.
Sing. I like this one, "Count on Him," because it's got like a nice beat,
Okay.
and it's about you know, in life, like for example, you're talking about like in the past, you think what we were doing. So when you go through something and you wonder why is this happening to me, and then 5 years down the line, you look back and say, oh my God, Allah gave me that test to make me stronger, you know.
I like what Oprah says, and I say this all the time, that there is no such thing in life as mistakes. Mistakes are just this thing that takes you from one place to another, and you only realize when you get there that you needed to go through that to get to the next point.
Exactly.
So it's how you view your journey. I know that you're very philosophical also. We're going to talk about that on the show a bit later today. But we want to hear that line.
Okay.
Okay.
So I'll just sing the first verse into the chorus, right? So you can do that with me if you want, right?
I'm very bad.
Huh?
And now with the humidity in Cape Town, you're going to get nothing. Okay.
Okay.
I feel that I can walk on water the way you elevate me. I will always walk with honor, knowing that you're by me. I don't need money or a fast car to get to where I'll be. Home is where the heart is, and that's where I'm free. Oh Lord, I'm looking for the signs. I'm overthinking things in my mind. I know that you will always be there when the time is right. A little bit of heartache brings you close. A little bit of pain will let you know that you can always count on Him the most. Allah. I'm gonna leave it there.
I think that was just fantastic for many of you that were listening to that. And I'm not saying that because you are here and I need to do that, but I'm saying it's fantastic because if I look at the quality of your voice, and I'm not the guy that's really into vocals, but I can hear that sounds good. What's important is, for me at this stage, is I need to get all political about things always. Everything becomes politics. You guys cannot sit there, watch this video and talk about things that we need to enhance our youth and develop them and push them to another level and appreciate what we have locally, and not do that in reality by promoting what Zaid is doing. I can tell you outright that for you to be standing here in Cape Town today, and we thank you for coming down to Cape Town, it takes lots of effort, it takes lots of finances to launch an album. A lot of work goes into that. You might see a number of tracks there in the back, but I can tell you that's lots of sleepless nights, lots of work, planning, designing, scrapping things off and saying it's not working, it's working. So a lot of effort's gone into that. You need to do your bit, and I'm asking you to do your bit by supporting what he does. He goes to the UK. I'm going to follow his journey all the time. He's going to talk to us all the time. when he comes back and he does that tour in South Africa, we need to see you out in your numbers, because it's very important that we talk about this development that we always talk about, that we actually get active, and we start putting our money where our mouths are and supporting what people do. Zaid, if there's one big reason, what makes you different at this point? We see a lot of things happening in the community, and I think everyone's trying their best and they're all doing what they can do. But if you were to say, what's the one reason people should come out and support you, what would that be?
I think firstly,
I'm not going to say it's the hairstyle and the jacket.
No, I think it's a piece of art that represents me, and it's something that I decided to do, and I'm sharing it with everybody. So I want people to come out to experience that part of me that I've exposed. And it's not only because it's a nasheed album, it's about Allah and the Prophet ﷺ. So it's not only sharing my art, it's about sharing the love for Allah, sharing the love for the Prophet ﷺ. Like it's sunnah to smile. We all have these things inside of us, but we need a gathering or something. You know, we all love Allah, but we don't walk around in love all the time. But we need something to stir up that emotion in love.
Correct, but while you talk about the positive aspects, we also have the naysayers that sit on the side, and they have various interpretations of what is defined as permissible and what's not defined as permissible and all of that. I don't want to talk about that now. I want you guys to watch the episode that I'm doing with him. He's a guest on 2 episodes of mine. The first episode I'm doing with Zaid talks about his biography, his motivations. I want to understand him more, because I believe that if I understand you, I can understand what you do and why you do it. So I need to understand you. So that's what we're doing in the first episode. The second episode you need to watch out for talks about the tours that's coming up. But the one thing that I'm going to ask you is your perspective on the naysayers, because we have that going on. But we're not going to do that now. Catch the episode. All you need to do with this particular video is like and share the video. You stand in line to win some of these and a StarSat decoder with installation. Thank you for joining us. Goodbye.
I could walk in the path of the prophets, Sahabas. I wish I could see a smile and feel his holy presence. You will guide my way, and I'll always feel safe, and my heart and soul will resonate. Sallallahu ala Muhammad, sallallahu alayhi wa sallam, the most beloved of Allah. He is the Prophet of Allah. Sallallahu ala Muhammad, sallallahu